Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at the Jet Performance Products PowerFlow Mass Airflow Sensor for 2019 and newer V8 powered Silverado and Sierra 1500s. If your Silverado or Sierra is feeling a little sluggish or wheezy, especially if you've recently done a cold air intake, then the PowerFlow Mass Airflow Sensor is going to be for you. This is a fast upgrade for your truck that's going to make a noticeable improvement in performance and drivability. It's also super affordable and very easy to install, neither of which are something you can argue with. Mass airflow sensors are not just a common failure point on older vehicles, but also a bit of a choke point for modified vehicles or modern vehicles as well. If you've been driving long enough, I would bet that you've had a mass airflow sensor get weird on you. A bad sensor can make your truck feel like it's falling flat on its face, especially if you've got a cold air intake. It might run rough, it might bog down, you'll get poor gas mileage, could even throw a check engine light or any number of other things. Might seem like a really small and insignificant thing since it's really just this one little sensor, but this is what's taking measurements for the engine computer to calculate the air-fuel ratio, which is vitally important to keeping your engine running smoothly and running properly. And the factory sensors are not really set up for maximum performance either. They're usually set up to be pretty restricted. So upgrading makes sense, especially if you're planning to upgrade to an aftermarket intake or if you've already done one. Now, an aftermarket intake is designed to take more air past the mass airflow sensor and into your intake manifold, and Jet Performance's PowerFlow sensor here is going to be able to adjust your engine computer properly to make your truck run and perform as it should. Now, Jet has flow tested this and set them up to account for increased airflow and not to limit the air-fuel ratio like a stock BAF would. Now, we're not talking about crazy horsepower or torque gains here, folks, but you will get a noticeable improvement in performance response and possibly even in your miles per gallon as well, since your truck isn't going to be leaning out or running super rich in order to compensate for increased airflow. Now, this is not to say that it can make as much of a difference as a dedicated tune. However, if you're making only smaller mods to your truck, like a cold air intake, a throttle body, and or an exhaust, this is a great way to go because it far undercuts the price of a tune, and it's also going to net you some tangible results. Plus, it makes it really easy to revert the truck back to stock should you need to do that. Now, it's a good quality product too, and it's truly a shame that most of it's going to be obscured by the time it's installed, since it hides inside of your intake tubing. The housing here is made from injection molded plastic that's meant to withstand the heat of your engine compartment, and it's a total plug and play operation as well. Price-wise, this is going to run you about $275. Now, while that may seem like a lot for a sensor, again, it's going to make a difference in how your truck drives, and it's going to far undercut the price of even a standard tuning module. So if you're not planning to go hog wild with your mods, this is definitely a good choice and a good value for what you're getting. Like we talked about a few moments ago, installation of this is also super duper easy. This is going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter and should maybe take you 20 minutes to get it installed. It's just going to be a clip on this plug, 2 screws, and it's going to pop right in place of your stock mass airflow sensor. And to show you that process now, we're going to hand things over to one of our AT customers.
Today I got in the Jet Performance mass airflow sensor, the PowerFlow, from 2021 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss to 5.3. The tools used to do this install, you can use a drill or and a drill bit, but I'm just using a Allen wrench, and then 10mm socket and ratchet for the battery. I've already unhooked the battery. Because as you can see, it was a bit of a, process. It was a little bit different than a regular battery on these trucks, but it pretty much just sits down there on there like that. You've got this cover, goes in there like that. Pop those clips, pull that up, and then loosen this bolt here with your 10mm ratchet and socket, and then there's some clips here on the side that clip it into this side of the battery. I just kind of went up in here, pop that, and then you kind of just tug the other side till it pops loose, and there you go. Battery's unhooked. Now we're ready to take the original airflow sensor off. So you want to start out by unplugging it, there's this little clip on here. You just pull that red tab back and then it should pull right off. Oh, and push this little button right here too. You pull the red tab back, push the little button and pull off. See, I'll show you again. See, right there, like that. So now, just get your Allen wrench, loosen the 2 screws. 1. 2. Then, with an airflow sensor, you want to pay attention to how the sensor is sitting inside of there, because that's exactly how you're going to put the new sensor in. If you put it in upside down, it won't read right. You want to be as gentle with these things as possible too. They are sensors, so you don't want to mess them up handling them before you even install. Does not have to be super tight or anything. You're not having to torque them down. It's plastic, so then you just plug her back up, push your clip back, and rehook the battery up. Alright, let's pop this back down. Alright, ratchet. Put this cover on, so I ain't gotta worry about hitting no metal. There we go. Looks like we're all set.
That's going to do it here for our review and install of the Jet Performance PowerFlow Mass Airflow Sensor fitting 2019 and newer V8 powered Silverado and Sierra 1500s. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, for all things Silverado and Sierra, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.